Good morning, good morning. How are we all doing today? Today is March 5th, 2025. Markets open in about, what's that, 5 minutes? Figured I'd get on here and get it going today. All right. Hello, hello. Hope you can hear me okay. Hope you can see me okay. Market opens in just a few minutes here. All right, excited to be here with you all. QQQ selling off again, still staying below that line. Tried to get above it 2 days ago and couldn't. Didn't even get close to it yesterday. Sold off to 487, pushed up to 503. We're going to see if this gets rejected today at 496 to continue its sell-off, or is it going to push up to 502 first before getting rejected. I'm very excited to see what happens today. 502 is previous resistance, so we're going to go ahead and put that in as a resistance, and we have our overall support at 496 with a 487 low, like a 488 low. So that might be where we're going to be locking in profits today. Okay, this little golden line here is where the company's been as far as a support and resistance level over time. As you can see, it touches this area quite a bit. So that is kind of like our safety bar here, right? If it pushes up, great. If it doesn't and it sells off, then we are going to put even more money into our SQQQ position to short the market. This is titled How to Trade a Bear Market, and that's exactly what we are going to do today. We are going to trade a bear market, guys. Markets are bearish. They have been. Doesn't mean they can't potentially have a reversal, though, too. A big time reversal could come up, and we could literally just lose on this trade here, right? Markets could begin to recover. Now, one thing about the markets, there was only 77,000 jobs added in February, well below 144,000 forecast, hiring hesitancy among employers. So not even employers are hiring as much as the government would like, right? They're postponing that. They had an estimate of 144,000 new jobs, right? And there's only 77,000. So only half, literally exactly half. So not good at all. Not good at all. Also, guys, we have our most anticipated earnings releases today as well. Do we have that right here? Is this for March or was this for February? This was for February. Let's go ahead and bring it up on the Discord before we open. Before we get started here. All right, and our link is shared to the world. To the world, Craig. Weekly economic calendar, here we go. March 3rd. Today is Wednesday. We had Abercrombie and Fitch this morning, Foot Locker this morning. Last night we had CrowdStrike, Ross, Box, Nordstrom. Today after close we have Marvel reporting their earnings, Victoria's Secret, Lending Tree for today's most anticipated earnings releases. Check it out. First link in the description, first commented pinned comment in the comments section to get access to our Discord. 100% free, lifetime access, but it may not be free for long. Get involved with like-minded individuals such as yourself. Don't want to do nothing more than learn how to make money in the stock market. So let's get it, guys. Let us get it today. Excited to be here. Everyone is aware that we are live, and as QQQ sells off, we are going to profit, right? How do we make money when the stock market is bearish? Well, some investors would double down, buy the dip, hold even long term through these areas of uncertainty, buying up high, right? That only lasts for so long to where you can actually run out of money and there is no way for you to average down or buy any more stocks. So, you know, we want to be very careful when dealing with stuff like that. We want to sell at all-time highs, wait for this to come back down, and buy at those lows. It's below $500, guys, okay? $500 used to be a very strong support. Now it's acting as a resistance, which is not good, right? That's not what we want to see here. So very bearish. This can continue to sell off. If it does, we will be adding to our SQQQ position. Looks like that is going to be the way of trend. We're going to buy 10 more shares at 33.70. We're buying limit orders just above the share price, so that way we can get in. Again, if this goes all the way up to 498.5 and tries to test this again, we will buy more SQQQ down at this level. Okay, market is open. Let's see what it does. We are getting some selling pressure here, a lot of selling pressure. We are live. Hello, welcome. Let me know where you guys are from. Let me know where you're tuning in from. If you could hear me okay, you could see me okay. Let's go ahead and turn on the secondary lights. Boom. Beautiful. How low can this go, guys? We made $45 on this yesterday, about 3%. Let's see how much we can make today. And if this can retrace up just a little bit, we could buy more in our SQQ position. All right. Everyone's looking for that significant bounce back from those 496 levels. Doesn't mean it has to, guys, okay? This looks like it is very bearish. Could be trapping the bulls, could be trapping the bears. Nonetheless, we are live and we are good to go. Let me know, too, if it's too loud, if I'm talking too much, you know, let me know. You guys like my style, don't like my style. That way I can improve and make it better, right? That's all I want to do, is just make it better. There we go. Again, if we get a nice little retracement to 497, 498, I would love to buy more SQQQ down at like 32, 33. So we are being patient. We are waiting to see what happens here. And I may need to get up earlier, because when this peaked out at 5:01 at 3 a.m. Yeah, 3 a.m. When was this actually tradable? It started to be tradable after pre-market, right? 3 o'clock. We could have got in at 32.66. That would have been very nice. Very nice. Already up $1.20. QQQ selling off. Are we going to get more selling pressure here, or is this going to kind of rebound back up? Curious to see. We don't want to add too many shares right here at this break-even moment, because if QQQ does begin to come back up, we can add a few more. Now, am I doing this based solely on just the market selling off? No. I'm doing this based off of support levels, resistance levels, areas where it was previously, now below that moving average on the 4-hour. It can definitely go lower. News definitely doesn't help. You know, the U.S. is hurtling toward a recession. Well, I'm pretty sure we already got a correction, if I'm not mistaken, from 541 all the way down to 487. That's 10%, guys, just shy of 10%. I believe 10 to 15% is a market correction. Anything over 15 or 20% is a market crash, okay? So we want to be aware of that. We are in correction territory now. 495 could be a very strong support after a 10% sell-off. Doesn't mean it has to happen, though. It just seems to be making lower lows and lower highs, right? On the other side, this is where you'd want to be. This is how you want to see TQQQ or QQQ in general. You want to see it slowly making progress to the upside above that moving average, and we're just not seeing that right now with QQQ. Last time it was actually above that 200-day moving average was right before its sell-off, February 13th. all the way up to February 20th, and that's where it dipped below and has not been able to make any progress above it ever since, getting rejected on 221, getting rejected on 227, getting rejected on March 3rd, getting rejected again yesterday on March 4th. So a lot of rejection happening for QQQ in the overall markets. Again, how low can this really go, to be honest, right? It can definitely go lower too. It can definitely go lower, but we're going to be cautious here. If it goes to 487, that'd be great. If that's the bottom and it officially starts kind of stair-stepping upward, like, let's see, you notice this? This is where our 3 stages of reversal come in. You got your rejection period that cannot make any progress to the upside. Then you have this nice, oh wait, hold on, I messed up. Well, I'll put it here for now. This nice area, right? Okay, now what if it starts stair-stepping up this way? Then that would showcase the 5 stages, or I'm sorry, the 5, holy crap, the 3 stages of reversal, okay? 3 stages of reversal would then be implied right here. So, I mean, it's interesting. Could this technically be the bottom? Yes, could. Could. Sorry, this is fun to do. Oh man, so yeah, QQQ, it doesn't have to recover, guys, but it can. And are these the beginning stages of a reversal because this was the low and now it's forming a higher high? Possibly. But for now, just like Kristen said, go short today, SQQQ. You're right. That's what we are doing. We are shorting this thing on these little pullbacks. We are buying more. We're up 20 shares right now of SQQQ. And we do want to buy a few more shares, but if this takes a dive up, I want to buy and get more shares up there. It doesn't look like it's going to either. Now we're going to buy 10 more shares so we don't miss this ride up. That was a limit. We can do market now that the market's open. We can do market now that the market is open. Oh, there it is. We don't want to miss that. Buying 20 more. Why does it keep saying limit? I'm going to have to fix that. Buying 20 more at 34. QQQ, there it goes, guys, selling off. It broke that 495 support level very nicely, possibly going back to 487. Remember, this golden line here was that support for days, right? If not for at least a solid 6 months, even back in October, no, even farther than July of 2024. This was acting as a strong support / resistance, and now obviously using it again, broke that support level, selling off very nicely. How low can this go though, guys? How low can, you know, QQQ go is the real question. This is pushing up. Looks like 34.92 might be area of some resistance. Looks like it's about to touch that moving average too, so very nicely here on that moving average. If we begin to sell off even more, we can literally see this thing fly back up to 55s if we wanted to, right? Doesn't mean it has to, but it's definitely possible, especially if this, you know, if this can't hold the moving average and it continues to sell off, then we're going to get a huge rejection. If it holds on the moving average and kind of consolidates and then bounces, hey, we could still benefit and play off of that as well. Okay, I want you guys to be aware of that. Up almost 1% on SQQQ. Again, markets are selling off. As they sell off, SQQQ pushes up. This is a 3 times or a triple leveraged ETF. It is an inverse of the NASDAQ. So when the NASDAQ sells off, this goes up, thus you being able to short the market, thus you being able to trade a bear market without needing a margin account, without having to open up a short position. This is basically going long with a short position. I hope that makes sense. Okay, we just hit 1% on the day. 50 shares is about where I feel comfortable with right now with this company. If I start going, you know, 75, 100 shares, then, you know, I may get a little bit sloppy. So we just want to make sure that we are, you know, paying attention to our trade plan here. Is this going to hold here and continue to go up? Is QQ going to actually go back above 495 like we said? Or will it just continue to get rejected? I believe it's going to continue to get rejected. We're going to continue to hold this as it pushes higher and higher. And what we can also do is we can show you guys where my cost basis is, right? So it's not a crazy cost basis. I'm willing to risk about 1.5% back to that moving average, even 2%, 2% about, $34 or so to potentially make, 3%, right? Maybe even more than that if it goes up higher. So retesting that moving average here. Same with QQQ, right? Retesting, trying to get back above that level. See, when it pushes up like that, that's where you'd want to be able to lock in some more. You want to be able to buy some more shares, right in that area. Right in that area. Okay, big push back up. Nice solid move, 493. This could be a bear, this could be a bull trap, guys. Okay, they could be like, okay, this is pushing up, 493, new low, and it could actually get rejected pretty hard. Was that 489? Still a ways from 489. Even 488. 487.74. Looks like it bounced right off of that level right there. So we want to be aware of that. Again, this could be making higher highs and higher lows. It could be starting to stair step up, not necessarily continuing to sell off. So I'm curious today. I'm very curious. Happy we got to show up today, trade the markets. Is it going to get rejected off of that 496 or even 497.50? And this is what I was talking about, right? If it pushed all the way back up to the green line, then this is where I'd want to be making in, where I'd want to be buying more down at this level. That would have brought my average down instead of up. So let's go ahead and look at some other parts of the market here. As far as, like, say, let's look at 30-minute. 30-minute. Tesla trying to retrace, selling off. AMD above its moving average. Nvidia trying to make progress up. Google pushing up off the moving average. Microsoft hitting the moving average and getting rejected slightly. Still has a ways to get to the moving average for Meta. Amazon, still same thing. Apple, big seller today on Apple, selling off, getting rejected again off of those resistance levels. So not impressive at all for Apple. VIX index, there's a lot of greed, still holding up as far as greed goes. There's a lot of people buying at these very low levels. So we do want to know, we do want you to be aware of that. There are people buying at these very low levels. As far as crypto goes, Bitcoin is at 89,000. It got as low as 78,000, pushed up, couldn't even hold, pushed back down. So right now they're trading within this channel. Do you see this channel right here that it's creating? Very simple little channel, guys. It's creating here. Look at this. That seems to be a pretty significant channel. This one seems to be pretty significant as well. What's going to happen when it actually crosses, right? Like, what exactly is going to happen? This can continue to just, consolidate in this level, making lower lows, lower highs until it eventually squeezes. And then what is it going to do? Either push up or it's going to sell off even more back to that $70,000 level, which it was very close. 78,000 is very close. So I hope you guys can see that here. And a lot of you didn't think it was going to happen. A lot of you had no idea. You thought 109 was the bottom. And a lot of you bought up here, and thank you, baby. My wife brought me some coffee. And it sold off from 109 all the way down to 78,000. That was a 28% sell off. You can call that its own little Bitcoin correction slash crash if you want, but I don't think it's going to be going up anytime soon. I think we're going to continue to see the lower highs. It's going to get rejected off of that moving average again. It's going to come back down to 80s, and it might float. It might float. It used to float between 50 and 70. It might float between 70 and 90 for a while. I'm very curious to see what happens with that, but we have not been trading Mara. Honestly, wish we would have, though, because we had some nice buys here at $12, 15s, still in the $14 area. But yeah, those $12 with those huge gap ups would have been amazing trades to have. Let's see what else we got. Celsius holding above that moving average here. Let's see on the 4-hour. Yeah, it is above that moving average and holding. Could we see a nice reversal setup beginning to happen? Do you guys see that here? Nice stages of reversal. Got the sell-off period, the consolidation period, and now are we going to start seeing that confirmation period? I don't know, but I am curious to see what happens. Maybe I'll buy a few shares if it gets above, 27 bucks. So let's create an alert above 27. Got Century Aluminum below the moving average, but again, this could be affected by tariffs. Buying at $16, $17 and riding it up to $20, $21, $22 could be a pretty good play in the future here pretty soon. QQQ getting rejected, guys, just like we thought. This was going to just run up and get rejected. So I would love to have bought more down here at the bottom of this area, 3350s. As that begins to push up, we can make more money. Let's see, Palantir, what are they doing today? On the 4-hour chart, getting rejected, selling off, so still not a great opportunity to buy. I wanted to buy if it went above 95, and it could not get above 95. So now we're going to go, let's wait until it gets above 90-ish. If we can get above 89, 90, we may consider buying for that reversal. SoFi, same thing. SoFi has not been able to get back above that moving average. High as $18.42. Struggled at about 17, $16.50, and ultimately broke that $14 support, and now breaking that $13 support. So very interesting to see. I'd love to possibly get in if it begins to show signs of a reversal, maybe around 1350s on SoFi. SMCI, not looking good, guys, from $25 to $66 and giving it all back. Over 50% was taken away from highs to lows. Again, as you can see, trying to get above that moving average, getting rejected, and can continue the selling pressure. So, let's wait to see how low this can go. I love to stay up to date with it. If it gets above 43.33, it might start showing signs of upward momentum. And obviously, if it goes below 33, we could see a lot more sellers stepping in. LUNR, same thing with LUNR. Coming back to previous $11 support levels. We'll see if it hits those. Right now, bouncing off of $12.50 levels, which is great. But can it hold $12.50, or does this actually begin to sell off and go below $12.50? If it gets above like $15.50, gets above that moving average, I may consider buying. Let's go $14.50 here on that one. XPEV, very nice, very beautiful, bullish pattern ever since January of this year, from $11 to $23. Guys, this is an electric car company who is wanting to introduce flying vehicles by 2026. That's literally in 1 year from now. Highs of 23, lows of 19. Wishing I picked some up at 19 as it begins to push up. This is the only thing that's showing signs of it being bullish today, but be careful. There is some resistance right around 21.50. As you can see right here, it's already showing that as well. Signs of resistance at 21.50 for XPEV. And then we have Sound, same thing, downward trend from $25 all the way from lows of $3 and now back down to $9.50. That's a 62% sell-off, guys. Be very careful. Don't get caught holding the bag on these. If this begins to go up, say it gets above 11, maybe I'll buy some. Again, this can move around as this begins to sell off or push up. And $8.50, is an area of support. So it goes below 850. This thing is toast. It's going to begin to sell off even more. So going back to our positions, that's kind of the overall market and the companies that we're watching. Looks like it is beginning to sell off even more, which is great. That's what we'd like to see. Are we going to start seeing those signs of consolidation, higher highs, higher lows, etc., for that reversal state, for reversal setup? Or are we going to begin to see more selling pressure? I'm excited. We do have 50 shares in SQQQ. And I have to blow my nose. Ask me a question, though. Let me know what you guys think, what you're watching. Oh, man. All right. So, yeah, I've been sick for like a week. I was sick last Tuesday. Or is this the new Tuesday? It's been like a week or two, guys. I've been freaking sick. Ugh. Also, lack of sleep does not help your sickness. I should have slept a lot more than I did. All right, so as the markets continue to sell off, we want to see everything begin to sell off. Tesla, again, right, getting rejected off of that moving average. AMD getting rejected. NVIDIA getting rejected. Google getting rejected. All signs of getting rejection. The only thing kind of holding the market up right now is Microsoft and I believe Meta. But Meta just now pushed below. If it stays below this moving average, it's going to have a really tough time getting back above it. Microsoft is holding above it. Amazon is below that moving average, still indicating selling pressure. And Apple with a huge nosedive today. What happened with Apple? What happened? Alphabet pleads Trump government to reconsider breaking up Google. Google fights back against DOJ antitrust cases. Oh, the Mag 7. They're going to get split up. They want to split them up. Interesting. Which honestly, we should not have some of the largest tech companies with the large apps controlling the stock market. Look at this, 3.4 trillion. Apple is a market maker. 2 trillion on Amazon. Amazon is a market maker. Meta, 1.6 trillion. Microsoft, almost 3 trillion, guys. Google, 2 trillion. NVIDIA, almost $3 trillion. Like, these are insane numbers. AMD only at 162 billion, but still a lot. And Tesla, just shy of $1 trillion itself, $875 billion. So, those are definitely market makers. When they move, they make the markets move. Many cents, Tempest AI. Let's take a look. Tempest AI was a stock that was on the trade tracker. I believe Nancy Pelosi and a few other people traded this, running it up from $31 to $91 in a very short amount of time. Now we have a new viewer, possibly subscriber, subscribe for me, and I'll answer that question. Smash that like button as well. But it went up 191% in 30 days. Tell me that ain't some insider trading kind of stuff right there. And how do they get away with it? Anyways, that's for another time. Nonetheless, he asked, will it bounce back or did I miss my chances? Great question. Great question. The fear of missing out is definitely catching a hold of many people here in this market because we see these moves from 30 to 74, from 40 to 80. That's double your money. From 30 to 90, that's triple your money, as if doubling it wasn't good enough. And yeah, with history, you can see there are possibilities for this thing to bounce. But also, look at this. Look at this trend line here. They made its own type of a trend line, which also broke, right? So could we see this go up even more? Possibly. But at the same time, I believe their trend is about to be broken. Even if I came down to here, well, it's pretty much right there. So we could potentially get a bounce. This can come back down even more to like those 31 level areas, which it's done it before. So everything else was not validated. Like I'd say like $32 levels. This obvious is resistance. I'd be very careful with this one, you know, be light position, money you're not willing, you know, to lose. Maybe if you want to think there's a bounce at 50, this might be the area to buy. If it starts to sell off, maybe you get out at 45 and you wait for it to bounce at 30. You know, maybe you wait to see how low it can go. Can it get to 30s, 35s, and you start loading up in this lower area for that potential bounce. But Tempest, I believe it was a lot of hype, guys. It was a lot of hype. A lot of people got on in when it made sense. Tempest AI CEO sells 190 million. So he's not even holding anymore as of 5 days. He might buy more at the bottom and do it all over again. Price objective 260 from 54. So they're saying price target is 60. But yeah, I'd be very careful with Tempest. Tell you what, we'll keep up to date with it. We'll put this in our watch list for 2025 as it is relevant. And we'll watch it for you. How about that? Awesome. Awesome. Already subbed. I love to hear it. Okay, markets are still trying to find that support here. Let's see if we get rejected. If it can hold where it was a minute ago, we're going to see more selling pressure. And honestly, guys, this can consolidate literally all day here at this level. It can just consolidate like it did here after hours, or like it did here this day. It literally had what was that, lows of, where did that go? Right here. From 496 to 500, back to 5, back to 504, down to 497, back to 5, and then a rip up to 508, right? So that was pretty significant, but it can get choppy. It can be choppy. We can get a huge sell-off and then a rally. We can get a rally and then a huge sell-off. And we can, it looks like, just get a nice sell-off. There we go. Making new lows. QQQ is now making newer lows. Back down. It's at 493. 493.10. Can it break 493? That means SQQQ pushed up. We're up another 20 already on the day with just a small 50 share position, very light, nothing too crazy, about $1,700 or so. And again, I could put more, but I'm being cautious, right? I'm being very cautious. I don't want to overdo it. I don't want to put too much in here. You know, looking back, it's like, okay, well, I could have put 100 shares and now I would have been up 40, you know, $40 instead of 20, but this could have also went south on me, okay? There we go. Just broke 493, 492.5. Oh my God, 492.8. Man, this thing sold off. It is selling off. SQQQ to 34.50s. We're up 1.56%. This is where like I'd want to lock in profits because we're so extended that all you can see is this thing coming back down. But we're going to be patient here. We're going to be patient. 492.50 was another low. Back up to 493. I'm telling you, bull trap today. It is a bull trap. You guys know what a bull trap is? It's when it opens green and it thinks it's going to reverse and then it sells off on you. You get this giant red candle here. If that happens enough to people today, they're going to stop trying to plan this reversal because they're going to keep getting cut. Bought here, sold off, cut. Bought here as it was going up, cut. Cut. They bought right here, cut. So all these little paper cuts are actually going to want to, it's going to incline people to trade less today. They're like, you know what? The market's bearish. I don't want to keep fighting this reversal. That's not happening. Let's wait for it to sell off even more. And that's when you either buy at a lower price or it never does sell off. It retraces and it does exactly what that investor or trader thought it was going to do. And that was retrace. It's happened to me many times. Not only can you have a great trade plan, but it's also about timing. You could have the perfect plan and bad timing. You could have a horrible plan and good timing and still make money. You know, you could make money a lot of ways. You do not have to be a 100% perfect trader. You just have to sometimes be in the right place at the right time and on the right side, right? Everyone can make money. If you're shorting the market today, you made money. If you went long on the market today, you made money. There's always ways to make money in the market. Even going long at 493 to 497 is a significant move, guys. This small little move, that's $3.50 per share. Per share. I don't even like to look at the percentage anymore, 0.71%. Who cares? If you have 10 shares of this, you would have made $37. If you had 100 shares, $370. 1,000 shares, $3,700. So it's very important to notice that. Look at this huge green candle all the way back up to the moving average. Look at how fast that moved. See how fast that moved? It's going to retest. Bull trap. Let's see. Is this going to be another bull trap? Possibly get rejected. Look at how green that is. That was a money maker right there. In just a quick second, from 493 to 497, that was almost a $4 move in less than what, 20 seconds? I don't even think it played out 20 seconds long. That was insane. It is testing that level though. If it can't hold, it's just going to continue selling off again. If it holds that level, then it'll begin to go up. And again, we have plenty of areas that we need to get to break through first. 498, 500, 502. And this is where it would have made more sense to, again, buy down here. Have a few shares available to keep buying these smaller dips when it makes sense. Huge rejection. Look at that. It's like it wanted the world to know, hey, I'm going to get rejected again, so let's just showcase that to everyone. Let's run up really fast and then get rejected. That way everyone knows we're in a bear market right now. Now, if it pushed up above it and held, then I would consider this very bullish. But now it's actually acting as it's selling off again. I mean, you can't make this up. On the 30-minute, look at that. Huge rejection. And it could still come up to 502 before getting rejected again, right? Here we go. Let's see. Potentially run up. I could potentially lose some money on this trade today. Are playing with fire here at these overbought levels. Buying at 26 back February, even February 21st to now, that would have been a 33% profit in 11 days. 33% profit in 11 days. So QQQ selling off, could not hold above that level here. It is above the moving averages though. So very interesting to see. Okay, bouncing off of that moving average. Let's see if it holds. QQQ really trying to get that reversal setup going. And it already sold off significantly, right? It already sold off a good amount this morning. From pre-market highs to lows, it sold off 1.7%. Not bad, right? Not bad. It's a lot of consolidation at that 496 level. That candle to me showcases one thing only, that people are buying thinking this is going to recover, and it doesn't have to. Okay, it does not have to recover. We got the super trend on, still showcasing signs of it selling off on the 5-minute. 30 minutes still selling off. 1 minute showing signs of it pushing up, but you know, this is based on the 1 minute. And let's see, if it gets above, we could actually be in trouble a little bit here if it gets above this moving average. Yep, looks like it's going to show signs of a reversal here. Is it going to get rejected? See, that's where what I thought would happen, and this is where we'd want to be buying at 33.50s. 33.50s, not 33.80s. That's an entire $1.30 difference. Okay, let's see if it pushes, or is it going to get rejected? I think it'll get rejected, but that's just me. Yeah, there it goes, getting rejected. And there it is. Can it get bullish? Very possible. Could see a reversal setup here. Still has a lot to work on. Like, it has 500 resistance to get through if it does manage to get above 497. We're going to have a heck of a lot of resistant levels to get through. Getting rejected on the 5. Okay. Still maintaining above this moving average here, though, so it's a little scary still. Do not copy my trade, guys, okay? This could literally flush so bad where QQQ pops up, SQQQ goes down, and that could be it for this trading session. So, do you guys like that dual view? Let's see, let me pull this up. Do you guys like the way this is? I don't know if that helps or not, but basically that's what we're looking at here. What's all my indicators and stuff? Chain symbols on all, time, indicators, crosshair. What is crosshair? My indicators did not come up on here, did they? 5 minute, 30 minute. It's not have lines on here, I guess, now? I don't know. Oh, that's right, time, okay. Yep. QQQ is pushing up. What in the heck? Like, got this thing all messed up now. What happened to all my moving averages? Oh, took them off, I guess. Come on, what happened? Why does my screen look all weird? Well, I synced up my, oh my god. Super Trend, EMA, VWAP, MACD, RSI. Wow. I synced up the blank one with the one I had. Go figure. VWAP, Super Trend. My moving averages are all messed up. I don't even see this moving average. Oh my gosh. I had a 9 EMA. And I had a 45 EMA. Dang you. My guy's messing with me. Well, I'm not going to do that again. And this was 200. 200, which I thought was purple. Wow. Can't believe I did that. Oh, actually, I think it was green. Wasn't it green? Jeez Louise. Well, you guys got a breakdown of what it would be like if you lost all your settings and had to restart them and fix them and put them all back to where they go. That's pretty cool, I guess. EMA 9 and EMA 45. 45 is like this bluer color. And I believe the 9 was more of like a purple. Yeah, there we go. Man, my MACD disappeared, my RSI disappeared, everything disappeared when I was trying to showcase. Yeah, trying to showcase that to you. So 30-minute here, still getting rejected, right? Still getting rejected. But it is above that moving average now, so that's interesting to see. It's above the moving average, which means it could be bullish now. Could be another bull trap. But I kind of thought that when I saw this right here. I saw this low, then I saw this low, and then I seen it go all the way back up past this previous low. All that's showcasing to me is we might be getting set up for a reversal setup, right? Went up, came down. Went up, came down lower than what it was, but then pushed up and now making lower high or higher highs and higher lows, right? Just like we talked about a few minutes ago. This was a low point, and now we're starting to see those 3 stages of reversal take effect right in front of our eyes. So SQQQ can definitely sell off even more. Not saying it can't. We could get a significant bounce. We can get another rejection off of this level. Really anything could happen today. And it's still very bearish, right? So in order to get, bullish level, again, see how it's kind of forming on a higher time frame. This rejection area, consolidation could be considered right here in this level. And are we going to see a significant push up to new highs again, or at least to previous highs? Or will it continue to get rejected? It looks like it's getting rejected pretty good too. Could also be a lot of consolidation in this level, to where just all day we're just seeing it kind of go up and below this level before a significant breakout. So yeah, I'm very interested to see. And again, buying at those levels here, making sure to buy at lower levels. And knowing when to lock in profits. I think that was my move, right? 492, just pushed up to 34, 34, 34, 35. That would have been my move to lock in profits. I think we were up like 20 bucks. Yeah, 34, 35, $22. So nothing too crazy, but hey, $20 on the day would have been beautiful. Okay, QQQ getting rejected now again. And see, buying at 33.50, we would have already, made, or at least been broke even, making money as it goes up, not actually making the money back that we lost or unrealized to break even to then money. So bit of a difference here. Looks like it is going to maintain its bullish status. Guys, the NASDAQ technically selling off this morning at open, but I didn't know the direction that the market was going to take. So I waited for somewhat of a confirmation. I got into a SQQQ position, and if you're unclear and you're not sure, then there's no reason to take risks. So other factor is if Trump shares any updates on tariffs, that might move the market, whether good or bad. That could definitely play a big part in the markets today. And remember not to force a trade. Okay, don't force a trade. A lot of volatility today in the market. A lot of volatility. Oh, I put my link in the wrong one. Copy link. Morning trading. Can you guys believe it's the 5th already? The 5th of March already? That is insane. All right, getting rejected. A lot of consolidation at 496, 497. If this gets rejected again, then we will continue to go up on SQQQ. Just wait and see how much you bought SQQQ. I only have 50 shares right here. Position size, quantity, 50. Right now, 50 shares. How about you, Kristen? Do you have shares in SQQQ as well? I'd love to know how many. Probably in the hundreds, right? I believe, Kristen, you trade hundreds of shares. Not today. Oh, okay. I know you have, though. I'm giving you some kudos because I know you do. You think you traded Mara with 100 shares one day alongside with me? Or you traded with 100, I think I had like 25 or 50 that day. Okay, SQQQ pushing up. And that was when Mara was like at what, 17, 18 bucks? I remember trading Mara when it was like at $25, $30. Talk about 100 shares there. That's $2,000, $3,000. QQQ, not able to hold. Another one, oh, that was 3 hours ago. Defense stocks in focus as Trump freezes Ukraine military aid. Wow. That's not good. Not today. Still wait. Yep. Yep. Not with Bitcoin selling off. Mara could go back to, what was it, like $8 if Bitcoin sold off. Let's look at the daily. Yeah, it can go to $3. Mara could go back to $3, $7. I started trading it right around this area here between 14 and 22. We even traded it up here in the 30s, and now it's all the way back down here in the 14. So, yeah, very interesting. Very interesting to say the least. Bitcoin at 88,000, still unable to get above really anything. On the 30-minute, it's looking good, but not really. A lot of volatility. Gold is above that moving average on the daily here. Let's see at the 4-hour. Yep, nice little bounce off. Ooh, very nice. From 17 to 18 here. Oh, wow. JNUG with the big push from 47 to 49. Man, beautiful. I'd love to buy me a few of these. I mean, even if it does push up to 19, though, that's $1. Like, you really need a nice 100 share move to make that even worth your while. Here, from 47 to 54, you know, that could be a nice $7 move or so. Okay, now it's making lower lows and lower highs, starting to show that trend line down now. See that? As long as this doesn't get broken, then we will continue to trend down. Which means our SQQ position is almost break even here. 33.88 will be break even, and there we go. We are now in the money. Markets are selling off again. See that? Now, if this does get down back to 492 levels, then I'll consider locking in maybe half of my profits. You know, I have 50 shares. Maybe I'll sell 25 here, let the other 25 run just to lock in a little piece. But it also doesn't mean it has to come back down either, right? But to my defense, it got rejected again off of that 45-day moving average, and it's below the 9-day EMA. So, I mean, that's not good. That's very bearish. It didn't even get up to that 200-day moving average. We'd love to see more selling pressure. Let this push up. If you guys can do me a favor, smash that like button. Helps other people find this video. Can't believe we only have two likes, my guys. Where's everybody at today? Nobody likes shorting the markets? I know I do. I'll trade it up or down. Don't matter to me. Smash that like button for me. SQQ back on now. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We can get one of these giant green candles and we could be in a whole different position. This is one giant green candle. And a lot of buyers stepping in. You would think they wouldn't though. Look at this. Showing very bearish. I guess everyone's trying to time some type of reversal. But again, it doesn't have to happen. It's bounced off of 493 multiple days in a row. So I guess we should be aware of that level there, right? 493 can act as a strong support. You got today, you got Tuesday pre-market, and then you got Monday during market hours. So 493 seems to be somewhat of a support level. At least it's showcasing that still to us now. Let's wait and see. Are we going to get lower lows again today? There we go. Like I said, we're going to lock in some profits here as SQQQ pushes down, or QQQ pushes down. We're going to lock in some profits here at the top. So let's get ready to sell. Market. Let's go 20. I'm going to sell at 34. $34.22. We're going to sell 20 right there. Here we go. We're going to get a little bit more. We don't want that bounce. Come on now. Just a little bit more. We already sold half up here at the top. $4.93, guys. Look, I drew this line right before it happened. I drew this. Go back and rewatch that. I drew this support level seconds or even a minute before it bounced. It sold off and then bounced. Because history tends to repeat itself, right? It really does. These psychological lines and levels really help a lot. Goes back up here to 496, possibly. A lot of red. We can get back down, even get back to like 492.50. We could see more selling pressure, but it looks like it's going to bounce right off of that level. See that? Got as low as 487 yesterday. That's when I should have held my SQ position longer. Let me go to my trades. Yeah, see right here, I should have held a little longer. I mean, I didn't do bad. 35.28, 35.24. That was actually a perfect trade. I think it was a day before. It was a day before. Yeah, look. I traded it here. Should have held. That was a $120, $150 trade. And I think we locked in 20 or 40 bucks. Okay, QQQ. Another big retracement. So potentially could have locked in more at that level, right? But now we have 30 shares less. So I mean, as this comes down, we're actually losing less money than if we were still holding the full amount, right? So let's see a little bit more selling pressure. Let's get back down to 493. We'll lock in a few more profits if it does. Espada, short it. Yep. And again, like you can do this over and over. So like I should have bought and sold, bought, sold, bought, sold. And like you could repeat it over and over once you identify patterns. You know, once you identify these key levels. So we're gonna go ahead and put another market to sell another 20. Here we go. QQQ selling off. Kristen, why you always sell part of your share, not sell all of it at one time? Great question. Great question. And that's for the simple fact that 2 days ago, when I sold all my shares, it ran up another $2. So by locking in a little piece and then potentially letting it run higher, you can lock in more money as it pushes up. Now you can say the same thing in reverse. How come I didn't buy more shares down here? And I actually loaded up as it was pushing up. I was buying more shares. Same thing. If it went bad in my direction, I would only be down 10 shares worth of whatever I'd be down. If I bought 100 shares at this level and went full max size, then I would be down 100 shares of whatever that max loss would be. So I like to start light. You know, 10 shares is a good number. That way, if it does go against me, I'm only losing $1 or $2 compared to 10 or 20 bucks. And then as it shows progress to the upside, I'll add. And then first signs of resistance, like right there, would have been where I sold. And I could sell all my position or of it. So it depends on the day, it depends on my emotions and how I feel. But most of the time, I will do exactly this. I'll buy at the lows and I'll sell at the highs. I'll try to time the lows better. And also, I'm in a cash account, so I'm gonna have a limited amount of money anyways. If I was over 25,000, I could of course have unlimited trading. I can get in and out of positions all day. But say you have $10,000. If you took a $10,000 trade and then you bought and sold, then that's it for the whole day. That's it until tomorrow. Whereas here, you know, maybe I'm buying $1,000 worth. Trade it, it works out, make money. I still have another 9 trades if I trade with $1,000 increments at a time. So I really hope that helps. Also, if I would have sold right there, then I potentially would have missed out on more of that move, right? It's at 34.22. This can potentially go up to 35, 36, 37, and I would not have been able to get back in because I would have sold all my shares. I hope that helps. Great question. Great question, by the way. I hope that helps. Let's see. I'm going to put you guys right here. All right. QQQ. Are we going to get a lower low, or is it going to bounce off of 493 again? I want to see lower lows. I want to see this start running, man. I want this to go back to, you know, it'd be nice to go back to 487, 488. Heck, I'd even take 490. You go back to 490, and we're going to hold SQQQ all the way up. Here we go. Break of 493.50. We're up 1% on the day. 3406. Here we go. Is it going to break or is it going to rally again for the 3rd time? There's like a triple bottom. Still above this moving average. The 9-day EMA. QQQ still getting rejected by it, making lower lows. That EMA crossed over that 45-day. But again, still showing up strong support at 493. Getting rejected off of that 9 EMA. Do you see that? Strong rejection. Come on, baby. Push up just a little more. We want QQQ to sell off. One big red candle. That's all we need. One big red candle, and we'll get out of our position. Big flush. Okay, selling pressure continues. Here we go. Selling pressure continues. We're going to sell 10 at 34.17. That was a bit of a bad fill. 34.17, 34.22, pretty much right where I sold it last time. A lot of consolidation. We need to get this little break, right? This little break is what we need. 34.23. Looks like QQQ is going to try to push back up one more time. Again, this can be consolidation range before a reversal. It really can be. Good thing I'm only holding 20 shares now, right? I locked in a bit of profit. I wouldn't say a lot, but a bit. And trying to play that breakout. I would love to see this extend more. Now, if we already bought at those $32, even $33 levels, then this would have been no issue. We would have been up 50, you know, 50, 60, $70. A lot of consolidation, though. We're going to wait just a couple more minutes here. If you guys have any more questions, let me know. And blow my nose one more time. Thanks, cutie. He's good if he wants to talk or whatever. All right. Yeah, quite a long stream here, right? Love it. Quite a long stream. We're at an hour, a little over an hour. And QQQ seems to be going back up. Again, not much is happening. We're still making lower highs, not necessarily making lower lows, but we are continuing to stay below this green line here. So we could get a recovery. We could see a nice recovery today. We could see this consolidate and not move at all. But what's cool is we're not holding long term to really be affected by the market, right? Whether it goes up or down, we don't care. These big swings, up 5%, down 5%, doesn't matter to us. What we're trying to do is we're trying to capitalize on these intraday plays, these volatility moves where, yeah, it's break even right now, 0.2%. So if I bought here, you really made no money, right? If you bought at the open, you're down money. But buying the lows and trying to time and sell the highs, making 1 or 2% a day can really make you more money long term. It really can. Okay, here we go. Are we going to get that rejection? So then at this point, you see how I'm break even? I'm break even, but I'm still positive money. So Kristen, this is another example, right, of buying low, selling profits up high. So when it does pull back, it doesn't pull back as hard, right? I would be break even right now. If it were to sell off, I now have a cushion to where, okay, I'm not down $15 or $20. Maybe I'm only down $5. Maybe I'm only down $10. But nonetheless, when you lock in profits at the top, it doesn't hurt as bad when it pulls back, which again helps you control your emotions as a trader. I've done it to where I've had $100 down and I'm considering selling, and then 10 minutes later it does a $200 rally to the other end and I'm up 100. So by understanding that, you can actually control your emotions a little more. You definitely control your emotions a little more. Will you buy it again if it go back? I I would, but then there's a fine line between over trading, right? Over trading and not trading. Um, I'm comfortable with the trade I made. If I can get 20 bucks today, that's cool. $20 seems to be a nice little average return on a small account. But I mean, you could trade like this all day, right? You could identify the support, buy down here, ride it up, sell up here. Oh, it's continuing to go up, sell a little more, or it goes down a little bit more than you think. Maybe you get out and wait for confirmation again. So that's all this is. It's just confirmation, right? You're buying on the tops when it's pushing forward, and you're selling at those highs before it bounces back all the way back down to these lows. So like even this case, I held too long and I should have bought more down here. Is what I should have did. And that's exactly what you could do too. If it comes down here, you could buy more. Okay. Great question, Tina. Or Kristen. Great question. I got a Tina and we got a Kristen. And it's funny you guys show up at different days because I believe Tina was here yesterday. And Major, I don't see Major here today, or I don't see True Grit. There's a lot of people that are MIA today for this live trading session. Usually we have around 20 plus people watching. That's okay. It's not easy. It's not easy for some people to show up every single day, no matter what. I even showed up when I was sick. Now I think I missed like 2 or 3 days for my surgery. I missed a day actually being sick. But yeah, it's not easy. Smash that like button for me, guys. Smash it for me. Because I show up every day. Try to. Okay, getting rejected again on a lower low now, right? A lower high. So it was way up here. It was here, here, here. Now it's here. Now it's here. Are we going to get a lower high down here maybe? It's possible. Penny flippers. I don't know if you're watching the live, but they asked in the Learn to Earn Discord, are you able to paper trade calls and puts? Seems like a great way to hedge trades. Have to learn more, but still learning to be consistent. Yes, you can paper trade options on WEBULL. If you are here, Penny Flipper, that is correct. Kristen, do you have any other stocks on your watch list? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I have Tempest AI. Trying to retrace here. A lot of consolidation happening at $50. Celsius, again, a lot of consolidation. Century Aluminum. Palantir, looking for that reversal setup. SoFi, SMCI, Lunar, XPEV, and SoundHound AI. Those are the 9 that I'm looking at this week. I did talk about them a little earlier, Kristen. I think maybe just a few minutes before you got on the live stream. So if you kind of watch back a little bit, I go over all of them, my entry levels, where I see the company going, and also where I would consider setting my alerts for if it pushes above or below those alerts to keep me informed, and also when I will actually be buying into those swing trades or potential day trades. So I believe it's within the first 10 or 15 minutes of the live stream today. I talked all about them. Okay, here we go. SQQQ. See how we're below our position, but we're actually in the money. So, I mean, I'd have to lose, what was that, like $10 it'd have to go all the way back down to 33.30 for me to lose all my money that I made, right? I mean, not all of it. It wasn't a lot, but it was a nice $10 cushion, I think, like $10. Which again, I could lose it all right now if this actually reverses, but a lot of consolidation. You know, buying those lows, selling those highs. Even with TQQQ, you could have did this. $68 to 70. That was a $2 move, right? A little more risky, but definitely a move. Here, same thing. Buying at 33.60 again to 34.20. It's only about 60 cents, but it's a 2% move. Getting rejected off of that moving average again. And as long as it keeps getting rejected off of this level, then it'll continue to be bearish. If it gets above it and can hold above it, like this one, it did not hold above it, then it would be bullish, but it's having trouble getting above that moving average. C dot. Hey, any thoughts of the company TTE? Hello from, is that France? Is that France, my friend? Spain? I need to learn my flags better. I really do. Let's take a look for them. TTE. Total Energies. Is that what you want me to look at? Total Energies. Took on the daily. Okay, could see why he called it out. Been very bullish for quite some time. Lows of $15. Has a lot of consolidation at about $22. Do you see that? I kind of noticed that right off the bat. Previous highs of 40. So it likes $40 as previous resistance levels. Held those resistance levels as support. That's fantastic. It's above the moving average on the weekly. It's below it on the daily, though, so be very careful, right? Very careful here. But it looks like 58. Looks like 58. You're going to see some more support potentially. So 58 might be a good area, as it did bounce below to 52, push back up to 58 and held. So, I mean, 58 could be a good area of support, a lot of consolidation. So yeah, you know, I would consider maybe buying at 58, 58.50, 59, and then having my stop loss set at about 57.50 if it doesn't hold, 57-ish if you want to hold that low. But yeah, 58, 57 seems to be the area. A bit overbought and huge red candle. You're kind of buying at the high, my friend. You're kind of buying there at the high if you did buy, okay? 61 looks like it's about a high. Hope that helps. Hope that helps. Okay, getting rejected again. Getting rejected. I'd love to see more rejection here. More lows so we can get out of our SQQQ position. There we go. QQQ selling off. Back down to 493. Look at that huge red candle. Love to see it. Yes, France. Yeah, I got it right. Yes, the energy sector oil company. I am stacking. Exactly. Thanks, man. Well, good. I'm glad you think the same way I am, or at least I'm thinking the way you are in a way with that company, right? Once you can see levels, once you can see specific support and resistance, you could kind of get a better understanding of the market almost instantly. Like, it's kind of like an aha moment. Like, I don't really know what all this means. And then you're like, whoa, it just bounced off of this level 3 times. Do you think it's going to do it again? Probably. Or that third or fourth or fifth time will be the area that it breaks, right? We can get a huge breakout right here, and that could be the end of my trading day. Or it can get rejected, and we can make some decent money, and it'll still be the end of my trading day. So yeah, great question. I'm glad to see you guys looking into your own companies. You're not just trading companies that I'm trading. That's the whole point here. I'll never ask you to buy, hold, or sell anything. I'll never sell you a course. I'll never sell you any fake indicators or any crap. This is all 100% free. I make plenty of money daily to not have to charge anyone for anything. I believe education should be free. And I know I was able to learn with free education, and also how to buy some too. Also how to spend some money, and looking back, it was money I didn't even need to spend, right? Speaking of, I do have this book, Psychology of Money. It's very good. It is by Morgan Housel. And if you can, I'm not saying buy it. If you go to the library, check it out, borrow it from a friend, or just walk in a Barnes and Nobles and read it for free, or check out YouTube. Get the 5 key points, synopsis or a cliff note of the Psychology of Money. It really helps you understand money a little better, and how we as individuals understand money. How your views of money can be different from mine by being in specific time periods of life, specific environments we grew up in, whether it was a frugal lifestyle based off of our parents' decisions, or a more extravagant lifestyle, and how we are basically fine-tuned to have these type of emotions about money, right? We need to think differently about money, and the Psychology of Money can help you do that. That's just one book. I do want to start doing some book reviews on this channel, and I want to also start doing some weekly ETFs and dividends videos. Like maybe every week we go over upcoming dividend payouts. We go over any ETFs that are performing well or performing poorly. There's also weekly paying stocks and even daily paying stocks. That's right, guys. Companies that used to pay quarterly dividends, monthly dividends, now offer weekly and daily dividends. So, if you feel like this is just a little bit too much to understand, or you're just not really catching along with it right now, you could always invest in companies that pay out monthly, quarterly, and weekly cash to you. That's where I started. C says, are we in a near crash scenario? Yep. I'd say we're literally already experiencing a correction. Okay, correction is, I think, 10 or 15% from 541 to lows of 487. That was a 10% sell-off. 10%. I believe 10 or 15% is labeled as a market correction, and I do believe that anything over 15 or 20% is a market crash. I mean, you could even have a crash up to 50%, 70%. So we are in a correction. We are now in a market correction. Still getting rejected off of that moving average. Do you guys see that? Continuing to get rejected. All right. We are coming up on a while here, guys. What are we at? An hour and a half almost. Very nice. I wanted to lock in a little bit more profits with you all on the live stream. What do you guys think? We're just going to end the live stream here. Whoa. What is happening? Oh. I don't know what I'm doing on here. That's what. There we go. What do you guys think? You guys having fun? You guys want to watch this a little longer? Looks like it is selling off. Let's see here, next minute or two. If we get a nice big red candle, we'll lock in some profits. Or we may just end the live stream and I'll have to give you my profit and loss update in the Discord. Now remember, guys, I do offer a series of helpful videos. It's in our Learn to Earn lesson library. You have 24/7 availability and access to that. After you watch those series of videos, if you have any questions, you can reach out to me via Discord. I'll gladly help you there. And if you haven't heard of our free Discord, it's easy to access, 100% free, and it's a lifetime access, guys. I share with you live market updates. You get to watch me trade live every morning, just like this. Ask me questions while connecting with other traders other like-minded individuals such as yourself who don't want to do anything more than learn how to make money in the stock market. So I highly recommend you tuning in to more of these live day trading sessions that I host Monday through Friday at Market Open. And also check out that Learn to Earn lesson library. If you're you're a little confused maybe about what indicators I'm using, what moving averages these are, how to even trade support and resistance levels. It's called range trading. Or just want a better understanding of my style of trading, then definitely check out that Learn to Earn lesson library. All 100% free, lifetime access. Subscribe to the channel, smash that like button for me, and consider joining our Discord. We just cleared over 7,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel, and we are very close to 1,000 members in the Discord. So I'm very excited to offer all these services to you 100% free. Super pumped, guys. Super pumped to have the following we have. Over 7K subs. Pfft, what? I never would have thought of that. And with Social Blade saying that we're going to be hitting 10,000 subscribers by my birthday in July. Is that crazy? 10,000 subscribers on my birthday. I think that would be amazing celebration to have with all of you guys as well. Maybe I could do a live like a live birthday party, and you guys can all hang out with me that day. It's on July 3rd, so hold me to it. We need 10K subs by July 3rd so we can have a party together, do a giveaway, share some prizes, and maybe have something new to share with all of you then as well, as far as our future for our Learn to Earn team as it is growing. All right, guys, here we go. More selling pressure. Love to see it. Big sell-off here. There we go. That's what we want to see. Big push up. Is it going to hold? Oh, man, look at this. Nice big sell-off here. And my biggest thing is if it breaks that level and I'm not holding, it could skyrocket, right? It could shoot up even more. So I do think I'm going to hold this for a little longer, possibly in the live stream here, because this can have a lot of consolidation. But yeah, I don't want to sell too early just for the point of doing it, right? I did that the other day, actually. I sold too early on the live. I was like, I'm just going to sell it here, get out, who cares? And then boom, it ran up like $2 extra. And I'm like, or $3 extra. It was $120 that I missed out on. And I was like, you know what? I said I didn't care. I said I didn't care, so I don't care. I cared, guys. I did care a little bit. It's sad when that happens. You know, you wait that entire time for that breakout. And then it happens and you're like, what? What happened? Oh no, it's not showing me my trades. Did I take my trades off? What is happening? Trade settings, no? Oh, duh, I didn't trade QQQ. Duh. There we go. Yeah, see, a good thing I didn't hold this one too long because it sold off. But where then you have on the other end where I didn't hold long enough and it sold off. I sold at 32, I think. I don't even think I sold that high. Let's see. I sold at 31.50. I sold at 31.50 the other day. And I have a recap. If you guys want to see all my recap videos, I do showcase those. It went up almost another, it went up $2.62. I went up another 8% after I sold my 40 shares. I had 40 shares that day. I could have even held overnight and it would have pushed up even more. What is that? 31.50. 31.50. I just like to do it. It's fun. It was up $4 from where I bought, 12%. So pretty interesting when you look hindsight, some of the moves that you have and how they can play out. A lot of consolidation, guys. I believe this is just going to continue as this begins to make lower lows. We might start seeing some kind of stages of a reversal here. Kind of already starting to play out like that. As you can see, lower lows, lower highs. And then now we're starting to get into this consolidation period. If it can finally break out and hold, then we'll start seeing some more upward momentum, and we'll see that 3 stages of reversal start to take effect. But until then, I mean, this is just basically consolidating. A ton of consolidation today, which makes it very interesting to trade. So hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. Hope it was informative. Hope it was fun. Hope it was educational, inspiring, maybe, to have you to start your trading journey. Nonetheless, I'd love to know your thoughts on it. Kristen says, looks like we have both supporting lines. Nice. And that's it. Just learning where those lines are. So, yeah, again, appreciate you guys' time. Smash that like button. And like always, remember, let's end the year on a green note. I'll see you in the recap video later this afternoon and in tomorrow morning's live day trading session. We'll see you all there. Don't be late. And have a great rest of your day. See you later.